I was living in it for so long, and when I was in the corporate world, in telecoms and all that, I was living in it. And so when Tony Robbins explains, when you're living in the opposite, that's natural to you. So I was I was living in the opposite, and then therefore I was highly imbalanced. He was saying, well, when you wake up in the morning and your energy level is at 100%, you're going to hit that 90% finished by noon. And I would feel that because I was projecting something that is not, it's learned, right? The other one is learned, and due to the environment. And so then I went through, so when I started really writing at the seminar and really answering questions and going through the thought process, I'm like, no, actually, I'm very feminine. I'm absolutely so feminine. I've just been raised in masculine energy. And in a way it helped me because I was able to travel, do all sorts of careers. Like I was able to do a lot of things when it came to planning and clarity of what my goals are and precision. Those are all very masculine things. And I was able to nurture a very logical mind that is great in operations and all those technicality things, right? And so what was great was as I leaned into my feminine, and I had to be very conscious of it, I came up with a name, and it's actually Tony Robbins. He suggested it. He says, and he gave it a really great example. He says, just imagine like an attorney in the courtroom, right? A criminal attorney. Like when he or she goes home, they're not going to deal with their children and their spouse as an attorney. They're going to have a different side to them. And he explained, you're a multi-dimensional being, right? You're going to have different energies that are required for different things. You're not going to live in just one because that's just not going to work for you. And so when you need one over the other, name it. So I named my masculine Ramon at the time, and of course my feminine Ramona, because that's my natural state. It was very interesting because after I went back from that seminar to like my friends and colleagues, I said, I gave, because for me, I needed to have those technical terms to know when I'm in one versus the other. Now, obviously, a decade later, it's much natural, and I even forgot about it until this episode of that alter ego name, and so it really helped me.
Wow, what an interesting thing that you've analyzed. And I'm sure our viewers right now, you must be analyzing what comes naturally to you. Does feminine energy comes naturally to you, or you are naturally leaning towards masculine energy? And we've clearly shown you the traits for that as well. And as we were discussing earlier, I think a balance of both would work. And can anybody be 100% operating with masculine or 100% operating with feminine energy? I doubt so. That would
put you in imbalance, because we do have the energies in us. We do operate in one over the other, but we're looking at like potentially 80% versus 20%, 60-40. You want to be at a balanced stage because you're going to have such a dynamic day in your life, your day to day. You need to be able to draw strengths from both, and so therefore you need to be able to work with some of these energies that are maybe not as natural to you, but you essentially needed to be able to accomplish certain goals. You may need to do it because you want to be able to heal some wounds that you have. Perhaps if you're feminine energy and if you have wounds with a masculine energy, you want to be able to heal some of those to be able to lean into it more, or vice versa. So again, it has nothing to do with being a woman or a man, a male or a female. We're talking about purely energy.